Astrology time. Shane here, daily-astrocat.com. And what do we got for you? We got Monday. And it's Monday the 29th. Favorite word time, right? The penultimate day of September. That's right. Not the ultimate day, but the next one, right? The next closest. So what do we got going on besides favorite words and stuff like that? Well, the moon in Sagittarius is going to be void of course at 1:44 in the morning. And she's going to enter Capricorn at 5:55, also in the morning. She's going to square Saturn at some point there, which is interesting because that says cardinal squares, right? Where we are compelled to be taking action. Now, that's the square in Saturn is not a cardinal square because that is right before she exits Sagittarius and is actually square with Saturn in Pisces. But then once she enters Capricorn, she'll be square with Neptune. Okay, so what do we got going on here? Well, obviously not a day that we want to be creating too much, and not a day for a serious spiritual introspection. This is a work day. It's the start of the work week. Capricorn, yeah, let's get some stuff done. That energy does really, really well. It's disciplined. It's patient. Anything that you've been lacking up to this point, really start focusing in on it and trying to make sure that you've got it all together, okay? Because you're really going to have to start doing some things. I got some some things. Here I am being so specific, right? I did the happy feet thing yesterday, and I'm really glad I did. Did it for both me and my wife, and we just went out and spent a day shopping for shoes for each other, right? Well, basically, it's shopping for shoes for each other because it's like, yeah, that looks good for you, and let's go with that. And then she reciprocated. So there were some good decisions made. Hopefully, well, not even hopefully, good decisions were made, and it's going to be happy feet, right? Happy feet. We said that yesterday. So, speaking of that, yesterday too, I had that big head episode. I didn't turn the camera. You have to invert the camera to do the nice shorts, the YouTube short and the TikTok short videos that I do that are 2 minutes long. I did it in the regular format, and so I had to play with the formatting and get it to work, so that's what I did. Technical stuff, right? Good stuff, right? Got Aries, got Mercury in there. We've got Uranus in there. Uranus is still in Cancer, has not backed out yet. Cancer, Gemini, Shane, come on. Oh my goodness, it has not backed out of Gemini yet into Taurus. So we still have some tech things going on. Obviously, we have Pluto sitting in Aquarius. That's the first. We are holding out for some big innovation there. That's going to be happening when all the planets start going direct. And Pluto's going to be going direct sooner than you know it. So let's talk about the moon when she enters Capricorn at 5:55. Angel numbers, right? Love those. This is yet another confirmation that we are currently on our correct path, right? Get serious. 5:55. Serious. Yes. Good fortune, all that stuff. Taking care of ourselves can also involve taking care of our significant other, like we did on Sunday. Winning together is so Libra season, okay? Look, win as a team, right? Your team. That's right. Now we can start thinking about making the team bigger. But that's as long as your team is, your team, your household team is there, that's going to get very important because we got some household things that are coming up, and they don't just involve Jupiter and Cancer. So the moon forms a square with both Saturn and Neptune. Already said that. Get everything lined up and ready to go today. Ditch any of your lingering doubts. You've got this. Today's keyword is forward. Okay, so the color is a brass bell. Now, the only thing I have here that's brass is a capo. Wait a minute, that was thrilling. Okay, it's just a little brass thingy that goes on your guitar to choke the strings at a certain point, right? Okay, now you can use to alter pitches and stuff like that, or to play in alternate scales. So finding a balance will be tricky today. We thought we may have found a solution, but you know what? honestly, that's only just one component of what you need to do. There's an overarching pattern to things, and what we really need to get ourselves disciplined in on, right? We have to find it. We have to bring it all together, and it's going to require us to exercise more self-discipline. And also, we got to start keeping some pretty accurate notes and records and stuff like that, just to help us moving forward, because things tend to move really fast. Even when they're not moving fast, they're moving fast, and it's very easy to lose focus and track of things, and you're better off just to take the time in the moment to write the stuff down. The moon in Capricorn highlights a few things like that, okay? Like writing the stuff down, like being self-disciplined, like making sure that you are doing everything you're supposed to be doing in whatever role you're fulfilling in your professional life, right? Artistic life, that's your rules, right? Yeah. Yep, that's your rules. Just make sure you're meeting deadlines. Now, next Leo season, oh, look at this. We're going to get bold, right? Is when you should anticipate the first bit of acclaim for your efforts. Really? Okay, that's kind of interesting. I like that. So, we're going to see that happening as the planets start to swing into that first part of Capricorn. And you will see that there will be a yod that forms. And that's why I say these things. That apex point points right to Leo. And by pointing to Leo, that means that what we're going to be doing and how we're going to be innovating and how we're going to be relating to others is going to be key, because that's midpoint will fall in Aquarius. Cryptical, right? If you got any questions about it, leave them in the comments, right? I respond. Always do. Now, not only that, but this is a long-term projection, okay? I just told you it's going to happen almost, 6 months? Not quite. 9 months. It's like a baby, okay? A gestational period, a human gestational period. So, this week, we have some very positive energy building. That's right. We're going forward. We're starting to move forward. Ceres, that's an asteroid, right? One of the biggest asteroids in the asteroid belt, is entering a trine with Vesta. Vesta, home, hearth. Told you there was some home stuff in here that was not Gemini related. The hearth fires, the home fires, what we get going, right? The Vestal Virgins of the Temple of Delphi, right? The Oracle, the keepers of the Oracle. Now, what are we seeing? What are we in the process of doing? Well, Ceres is goddess of agriculture, right? We are in the process of harvesting things that will help us keep our homes warm and inviting. We want everything right now, and we will not take no for an answer. What is going on there? Jupiter is trine with the black moon Lilith. Oh, there you go. Not taking no. We are going to exercise our freedom. Okay? That's what we're doing. We're going to exercise it, but by doing that, we are being self-disciplined about it, because that's how we gain freedom. What was freedom? How did I define it? That was what currency, that was what money, that was what green energy means, right? It means more freedom. So, with that being said, make it precise. Mars, we're going to allow Mars to continue to blaze a path through Scorpio. And there will be all sorts of things that are happening right along there. Now, we may have fallen a tad short of what our goals were stated, but don't be too hard on yourself, because this is definitely a marathon. Just like I told you, we're looking almost 9 months for some form of acclaim to come from all of this. We've got Scorpio season. We've got the solstice coming up. We've got the next eclipse cycle that will be happening in Pisces, right? So we have all that stuff. There's little steps along the way. Check off the boxes. Keep your records. Make sure you're keeping track of all this stuff. Look, it's a marathon, but the early results, they're really beginning to bode well for us. Do the work. You've got this. take care of the little details, and that will, by taking care of little details, that paves the way for better and more frequent positive outcomes, just like I put those guideposts in there. That's how you make a roadmap. That's how you make an actionable plan. And it's happening, it's just going with the flow, and it's happening intuitively. But now is the time to really put some effort into it as well. Okay, so in 1859, there was a great auroral display in the United States. So I guess we had northern lights all over the place, which is kind of cool. And our birth is in 1942. It's a gentleman by the name of Bill Nelson. Okay, so Bill Nelson is the current administrator of NASA. At least I think he still is. And he was an astronaut. He's an attorney, but he also happens to be a politician. He was a U.S. representative for Florida for, I'd say 20 years. And he was a senator from Florida for almost an entire 20 years, 18 years. Then he became a NASA administrator in 2021. Born in Miami, Florida. Happy birthday, Bill. And that's all we got for you. Thank you so much for joining me. Appreciate and love every single one of you. To recap, our color is a brass bell. Only have a capo, no bell. My bell is a little tinkly thing over there. And the key word is forward, because that's how we're moving. Work week vibes, right? That's what we got. Moon in Capricorn. Mars in Scorpio. Action. Intense action. Get it started. But remember, slow it down enough to make sure you're taking care of everything. Discipline, self-discipline, important Capricorn things. An important Capricornian theme. Okay. Do all the nice things. Like this video, share it. Do that too. It always helps. I like doing this. This is something that's a lot of fun. Okay. Today is the 6th. Happy astrocatting.